Hello, and welcome, my Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your timeless, true love timeline reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. My initials. I'm not bad, it's just spelled that way. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, president of Drawing Circle Productions Incorporated since 1998, author of 2 books, Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch, as well as Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version available of Words of Grace. If you would like to click the link in the description box, you can preview a good chunk of it for free, including the table of contents. You will see it is primarily divided into chakra chapters, different graces and different chakras and all of that, and it's lovely. It's clean, it's pristine, it's very Kindle. It's also kind of IKEA looking compared to the original version that's available on patreon.com/drawingthecircle, the Fellini Visual Film Fest of chakric color and spectrum in Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It's available in our online store. You don't even need to be a subscriber to shop in our store. All our digital content that's available over there, as well as the first one I wrote, Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch. You know, some of my subscribers on Patreon get that as part of their benefit package. Gods, Goddesses, the top tier, they get everything available. But all of my subscribers across the board get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in with me pretty much every single morning. Did this morning, I'm really glad I did, because I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link so we can chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications of said astrological weather, the spiritual implications, always ending with a meditation, a prayer, a blessing, a little something to send us on our way in the best way for me to start the day. I just had my realtor here. We're selling this place. So, sets me up. It's a really good benefit. The second benefit they get in common is all of the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're available Vimeo on demand if you want to pay per view, but all of my subscribers get them past, present, and future as long as they remain subscribers. And they're all soul contract based. There's the True Love, Path of True Love reads. There's the Twin Flame, Soulmate, Romantic, all of that stuff over there. Most of the extendeds are over an hour, so if you like detail, I'm your witch. I'm a Virgo. And the third benefit they get is an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling, and readings, obviously. I had one yesterday and the day before. My patrons, so glad to serve them as they're helping me serve what I came to do into this world. And we also have 2 7-day free trials available for Seeker and Human, our first 2 levels of subscription, so you can check us out for a week if you like. And we'll talk about more of that at the end of the video, which I believe is that way. But I have to say it is the best career move I've ever made as a mystical artist, amongst other things. So if you find yourself as a creative person looking for support and a way to get your work out into the world without algorithms, click the link and at least check us out. And come Patreon on Patreon. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo. Please, just call me Mal. I mean, it's a lot to remember all of that. I have to say it 1,000 times a day, apparently. So let's have some fun with this read. We'll do some explanation for the new Sagittarians and Crosswatchers, and then we'll jump into the divination. If you've heard it before, feel free to jump ahead. But if you're new, hi, welcome. What is the True Love Timeline? The True Love Timeline is a way of looking at our hero's journey, our spiritual journey, our healing journey, our spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it, through the relationships in our lives. We are the common denominator in all of our relationships, right? So as we heal and shift, they all heal and shift, and there's the quantum and all of that stuff in there. Talk about multiverses and all of that, moving us to a more truth and loving timeline, making the wisest, most powerful, most loving decisions we can make in any given moment. So that is what these readings are for. And the Path of True Love reads that I do with the extendeds are juggernauts. They're very detailed. This is sort of like a simpler companion reading and timeline. So, check the playlist if you like. They're not all romantic. We're only doing 7 cards, right? So we're doing 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the internal world, the heart third eye crown dynamic going on in there, the yin, right? The stuff the world doesn't see unless you share it. Then we are going to get 3 mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras, relationships in the physical world, you looking at yourself from the outside, or you looking out at other relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself. There can be mirroring in all of this as well. And then we will get a 1 Mat Khan healing mantra, so that even the cross watchers can help influence this in a good way by doing their own healing for whoever they are cross watching for. And by the way, helping out all the other Sagittarian Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs who are watching this video, because that's how unity works. That's how you get led to the video. I don't know. Please don't make me do math. But we're doing a simple timeline, past, present, and future. A general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because your sun and your moon alone are probably going to have a different take. And maybe it's the same relationship. Maybe it's different. Only you will know that. So, both feet on the floor. If you can, focus on your breath, if you will, and I will do my best to help anyone make happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser, more loving, empowered decisions in the true love timeline, so we move this entire world into a more truthful, loving place, which would make it really hard to lie and hate, one would think. So let's do this. The shift from the explanation, which I'm glad to do for the new people, to the divination, which I was just born to do in this lifetime. That shift happens in the still point, so let's go there. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Goddesses override. As I call upon my goddesses of fire, the sign of Sagittarius, powers of the south, please, beloved goddesses, 3 cards face down, past, present, future, simple timeline for the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross watchers. Watching this video, drawn to this reading, heart, third eye crown, dynamic, internal, where have they been in the timeline? Where are they now in the timeline? These are flying out of my hands. And where are they headed? Should they just do their best, right? They're not going to cross every T and dot every I. They ain't Virgos. To where, if they make them the wisest, most loving, most empowered decisions, doing their best to navigate to the best of their ability in this timeless true love timeline. Now we're going to get those 3 mythic tarot on the table, so we have at least the 7 chakras, past, present, and future, but then we'll flip them over, past, then present, then future. Please take a nice deep breath. Shazam. Still point. Gods override. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. Retrograde, please. My beloved gods of fire, the sign of Sagittarius, powers of the south. Beloved gods of mutable, beautiful, mutable fire. 3 cards face down. A simple timeline, past, present, future, please, for the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. Lower 3 chakras, masculine, dynamic, outside looking in, inside looking out, relationships in the physical world. Where have they been in the timeline? Where are they now in the timeline? And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering decisions, navigating their way in this timeless true love read? Let's read. Oh, very good. All right, we got a person involved here. We'll get there. Starting with the heart, third eye crown, you have the 8 of Pentacles, the learner. I love this card. In the past, it means that there were experiences in the physical world that you have integrated or were in the process of integrating to get to that 9 of Pentacles on the inner. So earth element, right, on the inner is about the wisdom that cannot be stolen from you, and that you can plant a seed from, ace up to helping it grow to 10 of Pentacles on the inner, and that wealth, that kind of wealth can never be stolen from you. It's a wisdom, right? You can read all the books you want, but until you actually experience it and take action in the world, it's just knowledge. It's not wisdom. And we've got the Queen of Swords here, the Aquarius card, fixed water. Fixed air. Everybody does that because of Aquarium. It is air sign, ruled by Uranus, so keep that in mind. If you have any planets in Aquarius, the Queen of Swords here, certainly have a look in your chart if you have it available to you. And because in the past it is showing perhaps a more head over heart kind of thing on the outer. And if that's not you, then this is somebody that you were dealing with. Do they have to have planets in Aquarius? I don't think so, right? Not in a general read. When I have one-on-one clients, we figure out who that is, if it is that. But certainly they are the 11th house dynamic, how creativity interacts with the world, including humanity, right? Humanitarianism, egalitarianism, right? Link pinks, save the world, make it a better place, the whole 9 yards. So this might be you have learned some wisdom in the past here, but on some level you must have got, all right, I'm learning something here, right? Even if it wasn't mental, it might have been visceral. But that fixed air to immutable fire, think about that, a constant breeze coming at a wildfire. Well, it's probably not a good metaphor for where we are, but you could be watching this years from now. Where are you now, come to speak of it? 2 major arcana cards in where you are right now. When it's a major arcana card, for me, it says all of the chakras in that zone are really acting as one energy field. You've got Ma'at, the card of justice. Now look up Ma'at in Egyptian mythology. She weighs your heart after you croak. And if it's lighter than a feather, you get to move on into the next world. How lovely. If it's heavier than the feather, depending on the translation of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, either your soul gets eaten by a demon or you just have to reincarnate. I think it's probably option 2. Maybe you have a choice. No, just eat it. Eat me. Heracles, the god of heroes on the hero's journey here. Major arcana cards, I'm going to tell you, they may not necessarily be people. They could be places in terms of stages in our lives, right? You go through a strength phase, you go through a Ma'at phase, a justice phase there. But I will say this, we're looking at a just hero. But when has the card strength ever showed up when you didn't need courage, particularly when it's Heracles slaying the Nemean lion, one of his 12 labors to regain his divinity that was taken away from him because he kind of fucked up, right? We all do, that's okay. And in a sense, we've all lost our divinity, except you can't lose what you truly are at core, but simple need not imply easy. So I like this. Definitely it's saying be very, very, very aware of your alignment on the inside, particularly in terms of what choices and decisions, that they be just, that they be balanced. And with that 8 of Pentacles and the Aquarian card behind you, that could maybe be simple, but not so very easy. And of course it's going to take you summoning up strength. Courage, mon amour, right? Courage, right? The French word for the heart, the cœur. It takes immense courage to be honest and fair and truthful in any timeline, but let alone one that's based on true love, which is about being authentic and being true and loving. I can be truthful. I was raised by a teacher and a lawyer. I can eviscerate people with my pretty tongue, give you freezer burn. I'm a hurricane. I was born from my mother's brain. Ain't that right, Joan Osborne? I love that song. I think that's my theme song. Because where you're headed, this is interesting, on the inner 4 cups. 3 cups spilled, 1 cup standing, but at a where the land and the water meet. Definitely not that stability we usually see in the 4s in general numerologically, or a nice solid foundation there, usually indicating rest and healing of some kind. But what's in front of that, though, is another major arcana card, and it is the Lovers. Now, that does not mean this is necessarily romantic. I'd just like to clarify that, right? But it is about a life-changing decision. The Judgment of Paris, the wedding of Cadmus and Harmonia. They did not invite Eris, the goddess of discord, because who invites discord to a wedding, right? She didn't like that, so she took one of the beautiful, immortal, eternal golden apples, wrote to the most beautiful goddess on it, and hooked it into the wedding. Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite dove for it, right? Mine, right? Like Family Feud, right? And survey says, Well, survey says that Zeus wasn't touching that one, so they got Paris, a human, to come and make that decision, and each goddess offered a different thing. On the slide, you give me that apple, Hera said, and I will give you power. I will give you the power to rule the planet under my guidance. But, you know, she's Hera. Athena said, you don't need that. I will give you infinite wisdom. There will be nothing you won't know. You will know everything. Everything, right? And Aphrodite goes, tell you what, don't give it to them. Give it to me. I'll give you the most beautiful woman on planet Earth to be your bride. Be careful with gods. Because she was already married, Helen of Troy, hence the Trojan War. So it wasn't just a choice, right? It was a major decision. It is a crossroads here. So we'll get that healing mantra down in a minute. But I'm going to say, if you find yourself feeling a little meh, because yes, there may be sorrow in the Four of Cups. The Five of Cups in this deck is the storm. That's a bit more turbulent. This could be more of a like womp womp, right? Like meh at best, and maybe just straight up sad, depressed, whatever here, but definitely a sense of discontent. But because you might be integrating as a result of busted a move here in the present, that a decision will present itself, and it might say to you, you know, if you're not feeling it, back off a little bit, right? Take some time with this. Life-changing decisions, especially ones that we don't realize are life-changing. Definitely, I would say the intuitive part, heart chakra, will tell you if your heart's not in it or not. Because, you know, when you hear people say, oh, they put their love into it. Well, the sacred truth of the heart chakra, according to Caroline Myss, MYSS, she's a PhD, Anatomy of the Spirit, one of my favorite books, the sacred truth is love is divine power. So you can make a, now get this, ready? And Athena, wise, Aphrodite, loving, Hera, powerful choice and decision here, maybe to chew on it for a while instead of necessarily spit or swallow, because, you know, some people drink at the fountain of knowledge, others just gargle. I swallow. Let's keep going. Last card down. Oh, it's been a day. A Matt Kahn healing mantra given to us, well, by Matt Kahn, but via the Ascended Masters of True Love, and there are so many of them. It like feels like it fills a stadium every time I do this. Please take a nice deep breath. There are so many forms true love doth take, but the course of true love never did run smooth. Still point. Ascended Masters override. As I call upon the beloved Ascended Masters of True Love on behalf of the Sagittarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, beloved ones, what is your guidance, your grace, your loving, powerfully wise message in the form of a Matt Kahn healing mantra for the Sagittarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and their cross-watchers to make the wisest, most loving, most empowered decisions to navigate the true love timeline in this timeless true love timeline read. Rewriting the subconscious, the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. It works, and it's better than affirmations. Just gonna say it, because it is emotional. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. It's very easy to remember this one because of that more less mnemonic device, Johnny mnemonic device. Rewiring the subconscious. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. When the subconscious is rewritten, you are able to feel good on a regular basis, regardless of the way life unfolds. I think that's called peace, right? I think that's called, you know, the point of all of this spiritual stuff. In rewriting the subconscious, you reverse the gravitational pull of conditioning. Let's just stick a pin in that for a second. So the gravitational pull of conditions, of the conditioning that we stepped into the moment we took breath in this life, it was already in play. Anybody who incarnated in your body would have had to deal with it. try not taking that personally, but there's a way in, right? So in rewriting the subconscious, you reverse the gravitational pull of conditioning to become more familiar with the virtues of goodness. As goodness becomes more known, the opposite vibration of negativity can become a less frequent visitor in your reality. And I have done all of these mantras, it feels like hundreds of times. It's true. I'm there. But then when it sneaks up on you, you gotta remember the mantra. Not that you use it to bypass what you're feeling. That doesn't work. That's spiritual bypassing of emotion. That never works. It just strengthens the shadow and then it takes you over, right? But it is certainly a way to be like, okay, then that opens a pathway. Particularly, it might very well take that to be the hero on the journey, right? This mantra is ideal for relieving guilt, releasing shame, and finding joy in new beginnings, which certainly one would think a life-changing decision could be all about that. So what we're going to do is do a little bless summation, a combination of a blessing and a summation. And then we'll talk about some cool stuff at the end of the video if you want to chill for that. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need in the true love timeline to make the wisest, most loving, most empowered decisions that they can, because they have been in a place where they have learned something. They may not be so very much aware of what they have learned in the second level of power, heart, third eye crown there. But with this Aquarian energy, if this is the outside looking at them, then yeah, they had to make some head over heart decisions perhaps. Maybe they had to get up into the satellites, that fixed air of the stratosphere, to learn what they had to learn. Or perhaps they were dealing with someone who taught them something that can never be stolen from them. Because where they are now is a place of justice, and that can very much mean that some debts have been paid off, some karmic lessons, some balance, more gold than lead, possibly in their alchemical work and all of that, giving them the power to keep going, to be the hero on the journey rather than the villain. A just hero, certainly following and embracing and showing and acting according to the divine love in their heart, the courage that it takes to be truthful, loving, and wise in this world where it seems the exact opposite is going down. And it may indeed bring them to a place of emotional meh, some emotional waxing and waning of emotions inside of them, from dissatisfaction to straight up sadness and depression. But there is a life-changing decision in front of them here, one that they seem very well prepared for. And certainly with that Four of Cups coming, it would make sense that they need to. So please give them all that they need, even the reminders to do so, to rewire their subconscious. Because the more they embrace feeling good, the less often they will feel bad. And since that's in the future, that's something they can start right now. So may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions, so that true love may conquer all. True love may heal all wounds. And true love may break all curses and conditionings, ancestral and otherwise, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, in the true love timeline. So let it be done. So let it be. So it is. That made sense, didn't it? Did you like it? Hit the thumbs up. It's that algorithm thing. It just helps other Sagittarians and cross-watchers find it. But that's why I love Patreon, right? You sign up for one of my levels of subscription, you're in. You're just in. And I know it's not just a YouTube thing, like it's everywhere now. Someone else is choosing your content that you say, well, I'm a witch. Yeah, no, we don't like that. I'm just not a research witch in particular. No thanks. I will find what I need. I'm guided and led to that stuff. But that's why I got a lot of what I've learned along the way over on Patreon. Seeker, Human, Hero, Angel, Witch, Immortal, Mystic, God, Goddess. They get everything available. But all of my subscribers do get the daily check-ins, the extended ratings, and the extensive discounts on private sessions with me. Seeker and Human, 7-day free trials if you want to check us out for a bit. And you can shop in the store. You can follow, which means you have access to the public content that I post on Patreon, and I do post public content on there. So do check it out if you feel so drawn, and I love it. And I highly recommend it to creative types in general. And if you would like to book me for a private session regardless of Patreonic intervention, there is a video in the description box. Booking private sessions with Mel explains everything in about 11 minutes. It's a fun video. It makes me laugh. My mom loves it. And I say over and over and over again, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of funds to pay for what I charge. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way. We can work it out. Absolutely, I love this read for you, Sagittarians. There's no fire element in it, I notice, but yet the throat chakra thing of finding balance here, making the choices and decisions, particularly with that Lover's card there. Just really, I think the mantra is your key through this, and cross-watchers, you too, because the more we kind of align with our own inherent happiness, our own peace, right, feeling good, then the less we are expecting others to fit that bill. It's our bill to fit, so let's do our best, shall we? Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed in the timeless true love timeline, what? Hail, it's been a long day. Farewell and blessed be.